An empty room transformed. An incredible little girl reveals her mommy's heartwarming apology. Lily's heart felt like a heavy stone, sinking deeper with each passing day. Her once vibrant home echoed with silence, where laughter and love used to dance in the air. The divorce left an unfillable void, a chasm of unspoken words between her and her mother. As her mom worked grueling hours at 2 different jobs, chasing the elusive dollar, Lily sat in their small kitchen, crafting art projects that were nothing less than pleas for connection. Each piece spoke of her dream, a united family, whole and happy again. The leaves began to turn, signaling the start of a new school year. Excitement buzzed like electricity around her, but to Lily it was more like a shocking reminder of her isolation. During school events, she absorbed glances at kids who wore brand new clothes, their easy smiles cutting through her like ice. Her heart ached for the closeness she observed in others, the comfort of family love that felt just out of reach. When the teacher announced a family-themed presentation, Lily knew she had to be brave. Her insides churned with both fear and hope. With a shaky breath, she chose to share her artwork pieces adorned with colorful drawings of her family, joyful and intact, reliving moments that felt like fading memories. As she displayed each piece, her voice carried her raw emotions to the front of the classroom. "I miss my mom and me being happy. I want things to be like they used to be," she confessed, her small hands trembling as she held up a drawing of a picnic in the park. The room fell silent. It was an emotional bombshell, and the murmurs stirred like a soft wind behind her. She could see the weight of her words resting on the shoulders of her classmates and teachers, transforming her dark feelings into an invisible thread that connected them all. Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. The days blurred together, feelings of isolation settling like a fog. But that presentation ignited something in her mother, too. With pen in hand, she wrote a heartfelt apology letter, brimming with longing. The words were meant to bridge the gap, an olive branch to mend what felt irrevocably broken. Yet, each evening, when she returned home exhausted, the right words slipped through the cracks of her fatigue. Instead of connection, misunderstandings marshaled their defenses, reinforcing the walls between them. In a moment filled with hope and desperation, Lily invited her mother to attend the upcoming community art fair. It was not just an event, it was a chance, a golden opportunity for her mother to gaze past the weight of their struggles and see the glow of Lily's vulnerability. As the fair approached, Lily's artwork became more than creations, they were her truth, echoing her deepest dreams. Then came the night. Standing before her colorful masterpieces, the air hummed with anticipation. Lily felt vulnerable, yet empowered, her heart racing like a drumroll in expectation. Would her mother find the courage to truly look at what lay behind each piece? Or would they remain sealed in a silent room, forever haunted by unspoken words? The fair was buzzing with life. Music drifted through the air, blending with the laughter of children and the chatter of parents. Twinkling lights hung like stars, illuminating the colorful tents that lined the park. It was a night where dreams could come alive, and yet, Lily felt like the only dark cloud moving through a vibrant sky. She stood nervously by her art display, glancing at the crowd, hoping to see her mom among them. With a look of pure concentration, she arranged her drawings, making sure each piece was perfectly visible. Each artwork reflected her greatest hopes, letting her heart speak where words had previously failed. Yet she couldn't shake the gnawing uncertainty that washed over her. What if her mother didn't come? What if she missed yet another chance? Suddenly, a familiar voice broke through her anxious thoughts. "Wow, Lily, look at all your colorful work." It was Mrs. Thompson, her art teacher, whose warm smile offered a brief refuge from Lily's swirling emotions. "Thank you," Lily whispered, the tension releasing just a little. "Why don't you talk to me about this one?" Mrs. Thompson pointed to a painting of a radiant sun, casting light over a picnic scene filled with laughter. Lily's heart swelled. This was the one she poured her essence into, the one that showcased her longing for brighter days. "This is my favorite memory of us eating sandwiches and playing games at the park," Lily explained, her voice shaky but determined. "Let us find that happiness again, Lily," Mrs. Thompson encouraged. "You have such a talent for expressing your feelings. Don't ever lose that." Just then, the unmistakable sound of high-heeled boots crunching on gravel pulled Lily from her thoughts. She turned to see her mother stepping closer, looking a bit disheveled but full of intent. A momentary panic coursed through her. Would this be the time they both truly commit to rebuilding their bridge? Or would it once again be an awkward dance around feelings better left unspoken? "Lily." Her mom called, her voice a mix of joy and hesitation. Lily's heart soared and sank at the same time. Her mother was here, but the familiar shadow of uncertainty flickered in her eyes. This was a chance, but what would come next? "Look at all your beautiful art," her mom complimented, her gaze scanning each piece. Lily felt her pulse quicken, willing herself to stay focused on the present, to navigate this pivotal moment. "I wanted to share them with you, Mom. They mean a lot. They carry everything I feel," she said honestly, her voice barely above a whisper. With immeasurable weight in the air, her mother stepped closer to examine the drawings. "I didn't know." The words trailed off as she reached for the picnic artwork in particular, her expression transforming from admiration to something deeper, more vulnerable. It was in that moment that Lily saw a flicker of realization in her mom's eyes, as if they finally understood the silent sobs echoing through their past. "Can we talk?" her mother asked, the softness in her tone cutting through the earthy noises of the fair. Lily nodded, hope igniting like a spark in her chest. As they moved away from the jumbled sounds of laughter and music, her heart raced, not just with anxiety, but with the promise of change. This could be the moment they finally chose to open the floodgates of their emotions, to let in the light where shadows had lingered too long. Would they navigate this together? Would they find healing or retreat back into silence? The echo of the fair faded behind them. In the heart of that crowd, Lily and her mother took their first step into the unknown path of reconciliation, and with it, hope shimmered brighter than before. Would this path lead them closer to each other or further apart? Lily followed her mother through the crowd, the vibrant atmosphere now a dull roar in her ears. Each step felt like stepping into uncharted territory, her heart pounding like bass notes in the music. She wondered where they should go, someplace away from the voices and laughter, to talk openly, to unfurl the emotions that had been stuffed away for too long. "Let us find a quieter spot," her mother suggested, scanning the park. Lily nodded, relieved her mom seemed to want this too. They ended up on a bench under a sprawling oak tree, the glow of fairy light strung through its branches casting a warm, gentle light around them. For a moment, they both sat in silence, the noise of the fair muffling into the background. Lily stared down at her hands, fiddling with a loose thread on her shirt. She felt a mix of excitement and fear. What if this didn't go as she hoped? "Lily," her mother began, breaking the silence, "I've missed so much." The words hung heavy between them. Lily looked up, meeting her mother's gaze. There was a glimmer of sadness in her eyes, mixed with something else, vulnerability. It stirred something deep in Lily. "Me too," she said softly, letting the truth spill from her heart. "I've missed you." "I thought you didn't care." "I do care," her mother replied, her voice trembling. "I've been lost, trying to figure everything out. I didn't mean to neglect you. Life got so complicated, but I know that's not an excuse." She paused, her breath shaky as if she was assembling the words piece by piece. "Lily, I want to change that. I want to be here for you more." Hope glimmered within Lily, brighter than the lights around them. "Can we be like we were before? Before everything got hard?" Her voice quivered, but she pushed on. "You can come to see me draw more, and I can show you all my new pieces. Like the picnic one. Maybe we can have a picnic together next time. Just the two of us." Her mother's eyes shimmered with unshed tears. I would love that. I want to make new memories, ones that don't have shadows hanging over them. Lily felt the tightness in her chest loosen, but then a wave of doubt washed over her. But what if we keep messing up? What if it's hard again? Her mother took a breath, collecting her thoughts. Then we try again. And again if we have to. It's going to take time, Lily. But I'm willing to put in the effort if you are. We don't have to do this alone anymore. Tears brimmed in Lily's eyes, but she felt lighter. I will try, I promise. She dared to smile, a tiny but fervent piece of light finding its way back through the clouds. They sat there, letting the moment settle, surrounded by a world that had not stopped, where laughter and music sang just outside their little bubble of connection. For the first time in a while, they felt the bonds tightening, weaving through vulnerability and shared hope, rekindling the spark of their love. But even as joy filled the air, a question lingered in Lily's mind: could they face the challenges waiting beyond this little moment? Were they truly ready to step into a renewed relationship full of trust and honesty? As they finally stood to leave, the glow of the fair behind them felt brighter, but the path ahead shimmered with uncertainty. Lily felt the warmth of her mother's hand grip hers tightly. Perhaps the hardest part was still yet to come. Would their resolve hold steady against the storms of the past? As they walked hand in hand back toward the fair, Lily glanced up at her mother. The tears from before had dried, leaving a hopeful gleam in her eyes. But still, a niggling doubt tugged at the edges of her heart. Mom. She ventured, hesitating. What happens when we go home? What if everything feels the same again? Her mother paused, taking a moment to consider her daughter's words. We'll take it one step at a time. We'll keep talking. We want to let silence settle back in, okay? Lily nodded, but she wished she could fully believe those words. A part of her still feared that the shadows from the past might slip back in unnoticed, haunting them in their quiet moments. As they reached the edge of the fairgrounds, the sounds of laughter and music swelled around them, pulling at the very fabric of their revived connection. They walked toward the vibrant Ferris wheel, its lights twinkling like stars against the deepening sky. Lily's favorite ride. It was a symbol of childhood joy, yet today it felt like stepping into a battleground between hope and fear. Do you want to ride it? Her mother asked, a smile blooming on her lips. I'm not sure, Lily replied, shifting nervously. What if I feel different? Different isn't always bad, her mother said softly, squeezing her hand again. Sometimes it means you're growing. Let us do this together. Taking a deep breath, Lily looked up at the towering structure. Okay. Let us do it. As they made their way through the crowd toward the ticket booth, Lily felt a mix of excitement creeping in alongside her apprehension. With every step, she noticed the colors swirling around her and the scent of sugary funnel cakes wafting through the air. Each laugh from children nearby tugged at her spirit, a whisper of the carefree days she longed to reclaim. Finally, they reached the Ferris wheel. Climbing into a gently swaying car, Lily took her seat, searching her mother's face for reassurance. Her mother smiled back, a warm, calming presence in the small, enclosed space. As the ride began to lift them high into the air, Lily felt her stomach drop, but she quickly shifted her gaze to the panoramic view of the fair below. From its peak, the world looked different, brighter. The fair appeared miniature, filled with tiny lights dancing against the darkness, enchanting and distant. Look, Mom. It's beautiful, she exclaimed, the butterflies in her stomach morphing into a sense of freedom. Yes, it is, her mother agreed, her voice barely above a whisper. Just like this moment. Sometimes we have to rise above the noise to truly see what matters. As they reached the top, the ride paused for a moment, leaving them suspended high above the fairground. Lily turned to her mother, feeling grounded in this elevated space. I want to make new memories here. Like the ones we had when I was little, she said, her heart racing with hope. Her mother's face softened. Me too. And we will, I promise. No more letting time go by without sharing these moments. Just then, the car jolted forward again, and a burst of laughter escaped Lily's lips. It felt so pure, so free, that she didn't care about the past demons lurking at the edges of her mind. Feeling weightless, as if all that had held her back was now falling away like leaves from the trees below, but as they descended, Lily caught sight of a familiar figure in the crowd, her best friend Marie with a group of kids, their faces lit up with joy as they waved. A pang shot through her. What would Marie say about her mother's reappearance? Would she understand the changes? As they stepped off the ride, Lily felt the earth beneath her once again, the highs giving way to a reminder of the challenges ahead. Holding her mother's hand tightly, she wondered if she was ready to let others in, to embrace the journey of being vulnerable in front of her friend. Would she find the courage to speak about their renewed relationship? Just then, her mother leaned close, softening her voice. "Whatever you choose, I'm here with you. Always." With a smile wavering at the edge of anxiety, Lily wondered if she could take that leap. As they walked toward the crowd, every step felt like a new beginning, but shadows of doubt still lingered in the air. How would she face Marie and the truths of her own heart? The path of transformation seemed dotted with courage tests ahead. Would her voice find the strength to break free? Lily took a few tentative steps toward Marie, who was surrounded by the other kids, laughter spilling from them like confetti. It was as if time had a way of pressuring her, waiting to see how she would act. Each heartbeat felt like it was echoing in her ears. Could she bridge the gap that had formed in her life? What would she even say? Marie spotted her first, her eyes lighting up like sparklers. "Lily! You made it!" she called, waving enthusiastically. The other kids turned, flashing smiles filled with energy, and for a moment, Lily felt the warmth of their camaraderie envelop her. "Hey, Marie!" Lily replied, her voice barely escaping her throat. She could feel her mother's presence just behind her, a steady silhouette in the bustling crowd. "Did you go on the Ferris wheel? I saw you up there." Marie squealed, feigning a dramatic gasp. "Was it amazing? Did you scream?" It was really nice," Lily stammered. Her resolve felt like spun sugar, pretty and sweet, yet fragile. The vibrant memories of carefree summer days competed harshly against the reality of the complicated relationship with her mother. "Come on. Join us." Marie beckoned, clasping her hands together. The other kids made room, eager to bring Lily into their circle of laughter and chatter. But it felt heavy, like stepping on soft ground that could give way at any moment. I want to," but Lily hesitated, glancing back at her mother. The moment stretched, and the laughter of the kids became a distant hum. What would they think? Would they ask questions? And what if they saw the fear that still clung to her? She felt raw and exposed. "Hey, it's all right, Lily. You can take your time," her mother's voice drifted into her thoughts like a gentle breeze. "I'm right here." With a deflated sigh, Lily turned back to Marie. "I've just been trying to figure things out," she finally admitted, her voice shaking slightly. "What do you mean?" Marie's brow furrowed with genuine concern. "My mom," she's back. "It's complicated, you know." Each word seemed monumental to say. It was as if they hung in the air, heavy with years of silence. A tension gripped her stomach, twisting and turning. In that vulnerable moment, she caught a glimpse of surprise on Marie's face, quickly replaced by understanding. "Wow! Is that why you've been quiet lately?" Marie asked softly, stepping closer, her friends momentarily silent. "Yeah. I don't know how to talk about it." Marie laughed gently. Talking can be super tricky. She remembered her own moments of opening up to her parents, sharing fears and joys the way honesty felt like a deep exhale. "But you don't have to figure it all out alone. We're your friends." Lily blinked, struck by Marie's words. "Can I really just say how I feel?" "Totally. I mean, we all go through stuff." "It's normal," Marie nodded. The bubbles of her laughter had transformed into a safe space, and Lily could feel a weight lift. Before she could reply, Marie was pulled away by one of the other kids, and suddenly, the moment was gone. The warmth of connection flickered briefly like a candle in the wind, leaving Lily standing at the edge. She knew the bridge was there, but would she cross it? Taking a deep breath, Lily reached for her mother's hand. "Let us go back to the main area. I think I want to try." And just as they turned, ready to step toward the laughter and warmth, her mother suddenly froze and said, "Lily, I've got something I need to share with you too." Turning, Lily's heart raced. Was this the moment she had been waiting for, or just another doubt floating through their fragile connection? "What is it, Mom?" she asked, curiosity and apprehension swirling together. Suddenly, the fairgrounds felt alive, with rides spinning and the scent of sweet treats hanging in the air. But in that moment, all Lily could think about was her mother's next words. Would they create a deeper understanding, or would shadows begin to loom once more? Lily's mother took a deep breath, her eyes searching Lily's face as if trying to find the right words to bridge an unsteady gap. "I know things have been different between us," she started, her voice low but firm. "And I don't want to pretend anymore." Lily felt her heart racing. Every pulse made her feel more vulnerable. She had rehearsed this moment 100 times in her mind. "What do you mean, Mom?" The noise of the fairground faded slightly as her mother stepped closer, blocking out the laughter from the other kids. "You know how I left before. I thought I was doing what was best for me. But all I did was hurt you. I'm so sorry for that." Lily's stomach knotted. She had heard the words "I'm sorry" many times before, but now they felt so different, almost raw. "You hurt me, but you're back now. Isn't that enough?" Her mother sighed, looking older than Lily ever remembered. "It's not just about being here. It's about being present. I want to be part of your life, the way you need me to be. I want to make up for lost time." "Lost time," Lily repeated. She wanted to cry and laugh at the same time. "When you were gone, I had to grow up so fast. It was so hard. No one could understand the silent battles Lily fought each day. The times she felt like nobody noticed her, the moments she ached for a hug, or even just a smile from her mother. But she looked into her mother's eyes and saw sincerity flickering just beneath the surface. "I know it was. And I can't take that away, but I want to try, to be the mom you deserve." Her mother's voice wavered but held steady. "Can we talk more often? Can we find ways to connect?" Lily's heart softened. "Maybe. But it's going to take time." Her mother nodded, tears glistening but unfallen. "I understand. I'll be patient." Just then, Marie peeked over, noticing the emotional exchange. She raised her brows, as if sensing the heaviness in the air. "Lily. Are you coming back to the fun? We're about to start a game." The call snapped Lily out of the moment. She looked back at Marie, the carefree spark in her eyes taking shape again. The lightness felt so inviting, so hard to resist, but she needed to acknowledge this newfound connection with her mother first. Yeah." Lily called back. "I'll be right there." She turned back to her mother. "Can you come with me? I want you to meet my friends. I want you to be a part of my world now." A smile flitted across her mother's face, a soft triumph against all the shadows of yesterday. "I'd love that." Hand in hand, they stepped toward the laughter and the colorful chaos of the fairground. As they approached the group, Lily glanced back at her mother. For the first time in a long time, she felt a sense of hope blossom inside her. Marie waved them over. "You made it. Join us in the next game." The kids cheered as they gathered, and even though Lily's heart raced with excitement, a questioning voice lingered in the back of her mind. Could it really be this easy? But at that moment, it didn't matter. She could feel the warm light of acceptance surrounding her, pulling her deeper into the circle where she had once felt so far away. As the laughter erupted around her, Lily noticed a subtle shift inside her mother's eyes. A flicker of determination, a gentle promise perhaps they were discovering not just a bridge to cross, but a whole new path to explore together, yet just as the festivities began to swell around them, something tugged at Lily's thoughts again, whispering doubt. What if the shadows returned? What if this was just another bubble waiting to burst? The question lingered, heavy as the laughter, and Lily's heart clenched. Would her mother truly be there, day after day, or would this moment slip away like so many others? And with a rush of excitement mingled with trepidation, Lily joined the game, ready to find out what awaited her on this newfound journey. Lily felt the energy of the fairground pulse around her, the smell of cotton candy sweetening the air as she learned to tune out the doubts clawing at her confidence. Holding her mother's hand felt like holding a fragile dream, something she wanted so badly to be real. As they joined her friends, laughter bubbled up, and for the first time in a long time, Lily felt a soft, blossoming joy wrapping around her. "This is my mom," she introduced proudly, glancing up at her mother. "She just got back." Marie's eyes lit up, a bright spark of curiosity. "Hey! Cool! Did you bring us snacks?" Lily's mother chuckled, the warmth in her laughter echoing in the open air. "Not snacks, but I'm ready to cheer you all on. What are we playing?" The kids buzzed, explaining the rules of a chaotic game of tag. The thrill of it washed over Lily like summer rain. They broke out into a frenzy of running and shouting, her worries momentarily forgotten, replaced by the carefree rhythm of childish laughter. But as the game dragged on, Lily caught her mother's gaze several times as if searching for reassurance. Her mother's smile, while bright, held a flicker of fatigue behind it. Amid the clamor, she looked almost fragile, a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of the fair. After a while, Lily approached her. "Are you okay?" Her mother nodded, but the slight tremor in her hand told a different story. "Just a little tired. But seeing you happy makes it all worth it." The words filled Lily with warmth, but an ache lingered. "You don't have to pretend, Mom. If you need to rest, we can sit down. I want to be here for you, sweetheart," her mother said softly, her eyes glistening again. "I promise, I'm learning how to be the mom you need." Lily looked at her mother, the cracks of her smile deepening with understanding. It was a small step, but any step felt monumental. They were both navigating new terrain, learning how to walk together. As dusk began to settle, the bright colors of the fair softened, the lights twinkling like stars in the sky. The cool air brought a subtle shift in the atmosphere, a gentle reminder of the challenges yet to come. Midway through the next game, a loud squeal erupted from the crowd. A cluster of kids had gathered around a small booth with an odd little machine. "You have to see this." Marie tugged at Lily's arm. "They say it tells your future." Curiosity surged through Lily as she exchanged glances with her mother again, a shared excitement bubbling beneath their surface. "Let us all go together." Her mother encouraged, her voice brighter as if reinvigorated by the fun around her. Lily beamed, the excitement of the night swelling in every corner of her heart. She didn't just feel supported, she felt seen. Here was a moment she wished to eternally cage, a day that felt different, ushering in a change she had only dared to dream about. But deep inside, another worry lingered. The future held shadows, didn't it? What lay ahead might not entirely be in their hands. "Do you think it will really tell us something?" she asked. "Maybe it will. Or maybe it will just put on a show," her mother smiled, though Lily could see the thought hung unspoken as if they both understood the uncertainty of tomorrow. As they approached the booth, something inside Lily fluttered hesitantly. It appeared the fair might just act as a backdrop for their renewed commitment to each other. She worried about how the journey would unfold, but as she stepped further into the light, she grasped the hand of her mother tighter, determined to welcome whatever came next. And with the sound of laughter ringing in her ears, she couldn't shake the feeling that the answers she sought would soon be revealed. What if it actually does predict something life-changing? Lily mused aloud as they drew nearer. Her mother looked down at her, eyes twinkling with hope and softness. "Maybe it will help us understand each other better." But what she didn't expect was how it might challenge everything they had just begun to rebuild. Would they both be ready for whatever truths lay ahead? Lily stood in front of the booth, her heart racing with a mix of excitement and uncertainty. The small machine sat there, an odd contraption with colorful lights blinking and a faded sign that read, "Future Teller." The energy of the fair flowed around them, the pulsating rhythm of laughter contrasting sharply with the anxious flutter in her stomach. Marie was already tugging at the lever of the machine, her voice bubbling with anticipation. "Come on, let's see what it says." Lily shot her a smile, but her mind roamed elsewhere. What if it told them something they weren't ready to hear? What if it unveiled fears she had yet to voice? The shadows of uncertainty clung tightly to her thoughts. "It's just fun, right?" her mother asked gently. She squeezed Lily's hand, grounding her in the moment. The warmth of her mother's touch brought a spark of bravery. "I guess so." Lily took a breath and joined her friends. They gathered around, all eyes wide with eagerness as Marie pressed the button, setting the machine into action. Whirs and clicks echoed through the air, and the anticipation grew thick. After moments that felt like an eternity, the machine spewed out a small slip of paper. Marie snatched it up, her giggles bubbling over as she read aloud, "You will discover something about yourself today, something that will change everything." The group erupted into cheers and playful shouts. But as their laughter reached its peak, a cold doubt washed over Lily. What would she discover? What does that mean? She wondered, her heart pounding. She glanced at her mother, searching for any flicker of insight in her expression. Her mother smiled, but there was an undercurrent of uncertainty that mirrored her own unease. Suddenly, the fair seemed to dim around them. With all the festive lights twinkling, Lily felt as if they were miles away from the truth. "I think," she hesitated, the words caught in her throat. "I think I'm scared, Mom." The sudden shift in atmosphere was palpable. Lily's friends looked at her, confusion mingling with concern. Her mother knelt down, aligning her gaze at her daughter's level. "It's okay to be scared," she said softly. "Change is hard, but it can also be beautiful." "I don't want to lose you again," Lily confessed, the weight of her emotions crashing over her like a wave. "What if you go away again? What if this is just pretending?" Her mother's eyes darkened for an instant, vulnerability flickering across her face. "I understand, sweetheart. I promise I'm here to stay. I'm working hard to make sure you feel safe, and that you can always count on me." The sincerity in her voice began to dissipate some of the shadows lurking inside Lily. Taking a deep breath, Lily gathered her courage. "Okay." The word felt light in her mouth, like a seed of hope taking root. "Now," her mother said, standing back up, "how about we let the future tell us what we need to hear?" "Okay." The kids shouted in unison, rallying behind their determination to embrace the moment. As they huddled around the machine again, a sense of exhilaration washed over Lily. She could feel her mother's support radiating like the warm glow of the fairground lights. But as her friends read their fortunes one by one, Lily couldn't shake that underlying sense of worry. Would the answers come easily? Or would she have to dig deep to unearth the truth, the kind of truth that could fracture something that was just starting to mend? "Here we go. Lily's turn," Marie announced, propelling her to the front of the group. With all those eyes on her, and her mother behind her, Lily reached forward hesitantly, her heart racing again. Time seemed to slow as she pulled the lever, releasing the machine's whims into the air. When the slip rolled out, she grasped it tightly. She didn't want to let go, not yet. Before looking, she sensed how profoundly this moment could shift everything around her. "Are you ready?" her mother encouraged gently, her voice soft yet firm. But Lily hesitated. The future could be daunting and bright all at once. What lay inside that little piece of paper? And as she read the words, the questions blossom in her mind. Would this truly be a step forward, or another hurdle? Lily's fingers trembled as she unraveled the slip, her heart pounding in her chest. What if it was something terrible? Her friends around her leaned in, curiosity bubbling just beneath the surface. Taking a deep breath, she forced her eyes to the words. Your greatest strength is hidden within your fears. Silence hung in the air, thick like cotton candy. Lily felt the weight of those words pressing down on her. With each syllable, a new wave of emotions crashed through her. Her friends were still, but a distant carnival song played under the tent, an ironic backdrop to her stormy thoughts. A mixture of confusion and clarity danced in her mind. What does that even mean? She whispered more to herself than to anyone else. The contrast of excitement and dread clashed inside her like fireworks. Marie nudged her. It sounds cool. Maybe it means you're stronger than you think. Her enthusiasm was genuine, but Lily couldn't shake the tight knot in her stomach. Yeah, but, she started, her voice small, what if I'm afraid of everything? Or what if I don't even know what that strength looks like? Lily's words spilled out clumsily, her vulnerability painted in stark relief against the colorful lights. You don't have to know everything right now, her mother interjected. A gentle squeeze on Lily's shoulder reminded her she wasn't alone in this chaos. Strength often grows from our struggles, and that's okay. The steadiness in her mother's voice provided a bit of comfort. But if I have fears, aren't they just weaknesses? Lily asked, frustration twisting her words. The truth felt heavy, an anchor she couldn't lift. Her mother touched her arm, urging her to look deeper. Fears can show us parts of ourselves we need to explore. They're not just weaknesses, they can guide us to becoming who we're meant to be. There was a flicker of understanding in Lily's heart. It wasn't just about what she felt, but about what she might learn from confronting those feelings. But what if it hurts? Lily whispered, her voice breaking ever so slightly. She could feel the weight of her mother's gaze, the love pouring through like warm sunlight on a cold day. Sometimes the things that hurt can lead us to a happier place. If you can face those fears, her mother said with conviction, you'll find strength you didn't know you had. Lily looked around, the excitement of the fair somehow muted. The laughter of her friends felt distant, as if wrapped in a bubble that kept her separate from their joy. She wasn't just scared of what the future held, she was scared of feeling lost again. Maybe I can try, Lily started, her mind swirling. But it feels so big. Just take one step at a time, her mother replied, hope brimming in her voice. As her friends began to chatter about their fortunes, discussing the little snippets of the future, Lily felt a flicker of resolve. Maybe she didn't need to have all the answers right now. Maybe embracing her fear could be the first step. Okay, she whispered to herself. I'll try. Feeling lighter, she turned back to her friends, who were now exclaiming at Marie's fortune about finding treasure. It's perfect for you. They cheered, and for a moment, the joy returned to her. But a lingering thought crept in. What would truly be her treasure hidden behind fear? The warm laughter of her friends suddenly felt eclipsed by her curiosity. Do I really have what it takes? She wondered, clenching the fortune tightly in her hand. As they moved towards the next booth, a gleam of something different sparked inside Lily. She felt ready to embrace the journey, but where would it lead her? Let us go see what's next, she finally said, her voice stronger now. Yet as they strolled beneath the flickering lights, a deeper question loomed. Would she discover the treasure of her true self, or would she stumble upon something more complicated, something that might just change everything? The evening air held a crispness, a hint of clarity washing over Lily as she continued to ponder the weight of her fortune. Beneath the vibrant lights of the fair, she walked with her mother, the warmth from their shared connection sparking a quiet courage within her. The laughter of friends echoed around them, a renewed warmth threatening to melt away the shadows that still clung to her heart. With every step, she felt herself shifting, like a flower reaching for the sun. The games and laughter around them created a tapestry of sound, rich with joy and hope. Still, uncertainty lingered just at the edges of her kaleidoscopic world. Mom, Lily ventured hesitantly, a mix of nervousness and eagerness bubbling up, what do you think I'll find if I face my fears? Her voice trembled slightly as she spoke, but there was a determination beneath the surface, a whisper urging her forward. Her mother smiled softly, a mixture of empathy and encouragement etched into the lines of her face. You might find parts of yourself that have always been there, waiting for you to discover them, she replied, her tone steady and soothing. Trust in the process, Lily. The journey isn't always easy, but every step counts and I'll be right here, cheering you on. The weight of her mother's words settled within her, a gentle push nudging her closer to the unknown. Okay, I'm ready, let us find out what's next. With a flicker of excitement pooling in her chest, she turned back to her friends, ready to embrace the fun awaiting them. As they moved from booth to booth, each experience igniting the air with possibility, Lily felt light, as if gravity had loosened its hold just enough. They ventured into a colorful game of ring toss, the thrill of competition electrifying the atmosphere. Cheers erupted as friends took their turns, laughter lighting the evening sky. Your turn, Lily. Marie called, her voice buoyant with energy. Lily stepped up to the line, a surge of adrenaline racing through her veins. With all eyes on her, she felt a flicker of fear, but she didn't recoil. With everything she had learned that night, she knew it was time to let go of the trepidation and embrace whatever came next. She picked up a ring, her heartbeat synchronizing with the pulse of the fairground. I can do this, she whispered almost to herself. She took aim, let her breath escape like a whisper, and threw. The ring sailed through the air, a perfect arc of hope. A chorus of cheers erupted as the ring landed perfectly around the target. Lily's heart soared alongside her sense of achievement. I did it. She giggled, laughter spilling from her like sunshine breaking through clouds. See? You already faced one of your fears. Her mother said, beaming with pride. You're stronger than you know. The sense of triumph washed over Lily, a sense of unity rippling through her heart. She was no longer just a small girl lost in the weight of complicated emotions. She was becoming a vibrant part of her world. There, surrounded by friends, colors, and laughter, she chose to embrace every moment. With newfound momentum, they continued exploring the fair, each game, each laughter a building block toward healing. The world around her felt infinitely more alive, filled with endless opportunities for connection. As the evening wore on, a small breeze rustled through the trees, carrying along a chorus of laughter and the sweet scent of roasted marshmallows. Lily and her friends gathered by the shimmering bonfire, cozy warmth uniting them in a circle of light and camaraderie. In that space, tucked away between flickers of flame, she noticed the profound comfort of simply being there with them, sipping cocoa, sharing silly stories, and surrendering to the joyous atmosphere. Mom, Lily began softly, catching her mother's eye across the flickering flames. I feel different. I feel happy. A smile lit her face, genuine and bright, the kind of happiness that spread warmth to every corner of her heart. Her mother nodded, a mist of emotion weaving through her gaze. You deserve to feel happy, Lily. You deserve to discover who you are and who you will become. The bond between them tightened, threads of love and understanding interlacing like the flames illuminating their faces. As they settled into the warmth of the fire, surrounded by friends and hope, Lily felt traces of the past peeling away, uncertainty giving way to adventure, fear transforming into strength. She took a deep breath, cherishing the moments that flickered around her, the fleeting nature of happiness entwined with trust, and in that moment, under a tapestry of stars and amidst the laughter of her friends, Lily understood that the true journey was just beginning. But as long as they faced the future together, hand in hand, there would always be light waiting just around the corner. The warmth enveloped them, the night sky glittering with infinite potential. And as the embers danced in the cool air, Lily realized her fears didn't have to hold her back. They could fuel her determination to explore the vast scape of her heart and her dreams. How wonderful it felt to finally see them clearly, shining through the shadows. As the fair spun into a night of memories, she knew this was not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of many more. With a heart full of hope and a spirit ready to soar, Lily embraced the transformation, ready to open her arms to whatever lay ahead. Don't wait not even one more second. Subscribe immediately to the channel to not miss the next exclusive stories. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm and show your support. Comment your heartfelt reactions and feelings about this transformative ending. Share instantly this video with at least 5 friends who need to witness this incredible journey. You need to subscribe now. Only true fans understand the importance of supporting the channel through these actions.